Okay. Hey, what's up, guys? It's me, Kyle right here. I'm gonna make a rant video, but before I get into that, I just uploaded a video on Night of Champions pay-per-view, my review and thoughts on that pay-per-view from last night. So please check that out, leave comments, and like and subscribe. In that video, I mentioned how I'm gonna make a rant video about John Cena winning the WWE Championship for a 12th time. So from now on, when I do any rant videos, it's going to kind of be like my little trademark here. From now on, when I do any type of rant video, in particular, but most likely for wrestling, I'm going to be wearing my mixed martial arts UFC baseball cap. Why do I wear this cap, you say, in doing a rant video? Because it's UFC Ultimate Fighting, and the way I feel right now about John Cena winning the WWE title for a 12th time, I feel like I want to kick someone's ass. So that's why. And for any of you guys out there who want to come onto my channel, leave a comment and say, wow, you do know wrestling script, right? You do know it's fake. Hell yes, I'm very well aware that it's script and fake, but I still enjoy it just like you enjoy Kim Kardashian's fake ass and boobs. So anyway, on to my rant video. Why the hell did John Cena need to win the WWE title for a 12th time? I have no idea. It completely does not make sense whatsoever. I mean, you had a guy like Alberto Del Rio, who I've liked since, he debuted in SmackDown. Knew the guy. He had a good look to him, good wrestler. I knew he was going to be a breakout star. He gets this. Sorry about that. It's my phone. He gets this huge, major push. Okay, he wins the biggest Royal Rumble in the history of the company. He gets a WrestleMania spot for the world title against Edge. He wins Money in the Bank. He cashes it in and becomes WWE champion for only like 3.5 weeks, just to drop it right back to John Cena, a guy who really doesn't need it. What the hell is wrong with the WWE? I mean, I really don't understand it. A lot of people, criticize, John Cena and everything else. Me personally, I don't like John Cena's character. I don't know him as a person, so I can't judge him based on how he is as a person, based on things that I've seen and heard about him. I think John Cena is a nice person in real life. I just can't stand his character because I think it's too cheesy and it's too childish and it's too far over with the kids. Anything the kids like, I hate. So that's one reason why I don't like John Cena. But as a person, I think he's a cool and nice guy. From, like I said, from what I've heard and from what I've heard from other different wrestlers and things about him, I heard he's a real cool guy, nice guy. But John Cena won the WWE Championship for a 12th time. Well, 9th time, but if you add his world title resume with his WWE resume, he's a 12th-time champion. If you really look at it, you really can't blame John Cena for a lot of the stuff that, he does, and he's accomplished in WWE. Yes, he's a face. Yes, he sells the most merchandise, stuff like that. But you really got to blame some of the stuff, too, on the freaking creative behind WWE. I mean, like, what were you guys thinking? I mean, and like I said, you give Alberto this huge push since the beginning, since he debuted on SmackDown. He's getting main event spots and whatnot, but as for the year 2011, Alberto Del Rio's been getting huge pushes. And, one of the reasons why they had him become WWE champion so soon was because WWE were doing some tapings and some shows in Mexico, and they wanted to have Alberto as the champion, thinking that would attract more of the Mexican market into the, for the company. Like, what happened to that plan? I mean, like, they just quickly, just stripped the belt, right off of Alberto. Now, I don't know, maybe Alberto will win the belt back at Hell in a Cell, which is the next pay-per-view, which comes up in 2 weeks. I don't know, but honestly, I don't think Alberto might get the title back until, this whole John Cena Rock thing blows over, which is, after next year. That's the only thing I can think of. I mean, John Cena is at a level right now where he does not need a belt to get over with the fans. He does not need a belt to get over at all whatsoever. He's at that level and he's at that stage where if John Cena loses 10 straight matches in a row, it doesn't matter. He's still going to sell the most merchandise. He's still going to be the top guy of the company. I don't understand with the WWE. How come John Cena or even Randy Orton be the top guys, the money makers in that company, without having a belt around them? I don't get that. How come John Cena can't be in the position that he's in now, but not have a championship around his waist because he doesn't need to get over. Guys like Alberto Del Rio, Sheamus, Jack Swagger, CM Punk, guys like that, they need it to get over with the fans more. But for guys like John Cena and Randy Orton, who are like 9 and 12-time multi-world champions, they don't need the belt to get over. So I don't understand WWE creative. Like, why they always have to feel the need to have to slap a belt around John Cena's waist. And for most people, they probably say, oh, well, the WrestleMania match between Rock and Cena next year is going to be a championship match. Actually, I think that's kind of, I have mixed reviews about that. I would like to see The Rock win the WWE Championship one last good time because he's one of my all-time favorite wrestlers. But I don't think you need a belt, a championship belt, to make that match any more special than what it already is. I mean, having The Rock come back in the main event spot at WrestleMania after people have not seen him in 7 or 8 years, that's a specialty in itself. Plus, he's fighting one of the current, top faces of the WWE. That's huge. That's box selling tickets huge. You know what I mean? So I don't understand why they have to feel like they have to put a title belt in that match to make it any more special than what it already is. But okay, if you're gonna put a title belt in that match between Cena and Rock at WrestleMania, why have Cena win the belt now? Wouldn't it make more sense to have Cena regain the WWE Championship back at like March or February, a month or two before WrestleMania, which is in April? That would make more sense. But as for right now, WrestleMania is in April. We're still in the middle of September. September's not even over yet. We have a while before we get to WrestleMania. It's still like 6-7 months ahead before WrestleMania gets here. John Cena doesn't need the belt from September all the way to April of next year. He doesn't need that to feud with The Rock. If he's gonna go in WrestleMania against The Rock with the belt on the line, have Cena win the championship belt at February or around in March, around WrestleMania, but not when you're like 6 months in advance, way before WrestleMania. That doesn't make any sense to me. And once again, they're probably doing it. They're probably putting the belt around Cena right now too, because it's been confirmed by The Rock and WWE both that The Rock will not only be appearing, but he will actually wrestle at the Survivor Series pay-per-view this November, and that he and John Cena will team up in an elimination tag team. So even with that still, John Cena doesn't need to be champion to be partnered up with The Rock at Survivor Series, not Elimination Chamber, Survivor Series this year in November. He doesn't need the belt. Like, what does it prove to have John Cena and The Rock? Okay, you have them as a tag team for one night at Survivor Series. Why does it make any sense to have the belt around John Cena? Like, what does that? What other element does that really add to The Rock and John Cena feud? It adds nothing at all, because the belt doesn't mean anything for those two right now, because it's going to be on the line at WrestleMania. So why have the belt with John Cena now? I don't understand with the WWE. And I'm afraid because, like I said, maybe something good could come out of this. Maybe Alberto will win it back after Hell in a Cell after 2 weeks. But I really think it makes Alberto look bad, as a heel. And that's one thing I've always mentioned, in my last couple of 2 videos, of how I said Mark Henry has been a believable heel. The reason why some of the other heels are not believable is because, one, WWE has them all acting the same, where they're, cowards and they're running away, or they're, slick opportunists, which I don't think any wrestler can fit that persona other than Edge, being the opportunist and stuff like that, and kind of cowardly type of like villain. I don't think anyone can fit that persona better than Edge. But all these other wrestlers, all these other heels, have that same mindset, and on top of that, they don't come across as being believable, and and like I said, they don't get any clean finishes on any of the guys that they beat. So it's like, I don't understand with the WWE. Like what are they doing? I mean, in order to make things interesting, you have to build strong heels to go up against the strong baby faces. If you have a strong baby face, but you don't have a heel who's not really a strong heel, and he's not coming across as being believable, then when you put those two in the ring, it's not going to be a good matchup. And that's what I feel like they've done with Alberto Del Rio, at least. You know, when he has some steam behind him, they just take the rug and, you know, from across his feet. Like, I don't understand it with the WWE. It's like sometimes they do stuff good, but after a while they come up with this one move, this crappy idea that just screws up everything. And I don't understand what they do with a lot of the young guys, where they do this thing where they just like they tease you. It's like give and take, give and take. You know, and I'm afraid after Alberto losing the championship to John Cena, only after 3 weeks, his first title defense, he loses it. He loses the belt to a guy who doesn't need it. That doesn't make Alberto look like a strong heel. That makes him look very weak and a very crappy WWE champion. That doesn't make him look strong whatsoever. And I'm afraid that, you know, with that mindset, that WWE are going to do exactly what they've done to all the other young talent that they've teased, like Swagger, Sheamus, Dolph Ziggler, The Miz, and that's give them a little push and then press the restart button on them all over again, and you're right back to square one, where everyone is just mediocre, the same. No one is strong. No one is on the same level or on par with Randy Orton or John Cena. It's just the same. And I don't get that with the WWE. Like, I thought that they were going to have him as champion for a while because they're doing some stuff in Mexico. Like, are they done already, like, that quick? Because from what I've heard, there's supposed to be some stuff in Mexico for, like, a month or two. You know, Alberto has barely been, you know, on TV as champion that much due to the fact he had the visa problems from Mexico. So, you know, he barely didn't have too many appearances on Raw or SmackDown or whatever as the champion, and then he gets his first title defense, and then, like I said, he drops the belt to a guy who doesn't need it. WWE creative, something is stupid with you guys. You guys really do not know what the hell you're doing most of the time. And I'm afraid after last night, especially too, I gave my thoughts about that CM Punk Triple H match. I'm afraid they're going to screw this up on CM Punk, and they're going to do the same thing with Punk, and they're just going to press the restart button on him too. So thanks a lot, WWE. You guys really know how to build stars. Nah. So yeah, this is just my little rant video here. You know, on John Cena. It's freaking ridiculous. Like I said, you know, a lot of people give John Cena crap, and like I said, the crap I give him is due to based off his character. I don't like his character as a person. From what I've heard him saying, I think John Cena is a cool, laid-back kind of like guy. His character-wise, I hate his character. As a person, I don't know him personally enough to say I hate him and, you know, to wish death upon him like a lot of other wrestling fans do. But you know, like I said, that's their problem, not mine. However, I think so much focus is just on John Cena that we gotta look at some other aspects too. It's not just John Cena; it's the WWE forcing him down our throats, giving him title belts and things like that because they're afraid that he can't be the top guy without having a championship around his waist. I don't get that. That's stupid to me. That's absurd. I mean, because when Stone Cold Steve Austin was the face of the company, and when he didn't have the WWE Championship, whether the championship was on The Rock or Mankind at the time or Triple H, Austin was still the number one guy, ranking, you know, X numbers of dollars for that company. And he didn't need a belt, you know what I mean, to get over with the fans. I mean, sure, they gave him the belt because, you know, he's popular and you want, you know, your popular guy to be the champion. But Austin hasn't won that many dang titles as John Cena has. I mean, Austin's a six-time WWE champion. I mean, John Cena is like they're just giving it to him, and when they do that, the belt itself becomes meaningless and it loses its prestige. And like I said, I just think all the championships in WWE anyway have lost their prestige. The only one that I think that still has a little bit of prestige left is the World Heavyweight title. That's it. But other than that, I think it's absolutely ridiculous that WWE feels the need that, you know, maybe, I don't know, maybe CM Punk, he's stealing a little bit of John Cena's thunder, because since the whole screw job from SummerSlam, CM Punk has been getting the most of the, you know, the main event airtime and promos on Raw, and not so much John Cena. So maybe they're afraid, CM Punk is still starting to steal a little bit of John Cena's thunder, so we got to put John Cena back on top, so let's give him the belt. and take it off Alberto, who really needs it to get over. Anyway, this is my freaking rant on John Cena's ridiculous 12th-time WWE Championship reign. Let me know what you guys think. Please comment, like the video, subscribe. Peace.